Now, Sky.
Oh, Sky. I don't know, man. I don't think she's that good. And you can tell me I'm wrong, but I just don't think she's that great.
I will disagree, only for the fact that that was quick.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Her utility gives you. I mean, she has a flash with info, tells you whether or not it hits somebody. Her dog, although being nerfed, it still is great for clearing close corners, for faking, for like just straight up just getting or having your team follow it into sight just for vision, without risking you getting killed. She has a heal that can heal multiple people at once, although it's not perfect because it only heals up to 100 HP for the round and then it's gone.
Yeah,
but
it's gone.
then her info ult that pings the closest 3 enemies, and if the cabbages hit you, then you're blind and slowed.
And you're shown on the map.
Yep. So it's, I think for me she's the best initiator, because if we had to compare, like, Breach has no info.
None.
Sova is strictly info, no flashes. Does have damage, but
yeah.
I don't think damage on an initiator is like necessary all the time.
No.
Really, I think she's just the best info character, and I think to me that puts her at S. KO only has knife for info. Fade has I don't think Fade's kit is as good as it could be. I think
I can agree with S, man. You're also a higher ranked player, so I don't know. There's other things that you know that I don't think about.
Like, I mean, who would you put above her for an initiator?
When you put it that way, what's Gecko?
Initiator.
I'd put Gecko.
See, I do like Gecko. I think his kit is phenomenal. I think. Go ahead.
I'm a big Gecko player.
I do love Gecko, and I think Gecko is probably the closest you can get to Sky's level of impact. And in terms of, like, overall capabilities, because he does have a flash with info. He has a molly. He has literally wingman that could plant for you. It tracks people with info. It stuns, and then his ultimate will literally detain you. So I'm fine with putting Gecko above Sky. I think he's just a lot harder to master than Sky is.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you think Gecko's the best initiator, I'm down to put him as, with the caveat of putting Sky at A.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
You're done with that? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yoru.
Bad.
See, I would have 100% agreed up until Sentinels versus 100 Thieves, where they both pulled out Yoru.
Yeah, but it's tens, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is tens versus what, Asuna.
Yeah, like post nerf, post buff, like he has a lot more maneuverability, a lot more trickster type stuff, and there's like a higher skill gap to him. But your Yoru in your rank match isn't doing that. Man.
Yeah.
It's hard to pull that stuff off. He has a very high skill ceiling.
Yeah, and overall, like, he just doesn't have a great kit. Like, the teleport is great. I think his flashes could use work. I think they're great in a sense of, like, they're invisible until they bounce. But, like, KO has the best flash in the game, in my opinion. It's a Counter-Strike flash. You can use it however you'd like. Like, I get Sky. You can, throw it far, throw it around corners. You can throw it deep. You can fake it, shit like that. Like, there's more accessibility with Sky's flash. But in terms of, like, throwing a flash grenade and doing what you need with it, Chaos is the best, and I don't think Yoru matches up to that. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to. I think he's better than Phoenix, but only if you're a player who knows what you're doing.
100%.
Like Phoenix is way easier than Yoru is.
Yep.
But I think Yoru's kit's better. So now Astra. I want to hear your thoughts on Astra.
I think Astra is a very hard to learn character.
I would agree.
The economics of her abilities can kind of screw everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I don't know, man. Because you don't find a lot of good Astras, and I don't play her. I want to learn her, but she has such a high skill ceiling. But I go A. Just because how much impact she has on the team. She has, what is it, like 2 smokes, 3 smokes?
She can smoke twice at once, and then she restocks a smoke after 25 seconds, I think. Yeah, it's kind of a big window.
And then, like, she has the stun and a suck, so you get them off the plant, stun the plant. You can, like, if you know someone's sitting somewhere, you can suck them out of their hiding spot.
Yeah.
Get that free kill, stun for a push. Like, you have so many options and combinations you can do to get your team into a site. And then her ult completely cuts a map in half.
Yeah.
That lets your team do really whatever you want because the sound dampening. I think she's a very high tier character.
Yeah, So I have a lot of strong feelings for Astra. A lot of it comes from the fact that my girlfriend started playing the game when Astra was like first, or like I think Astra came out like shortly after she started playing, and she is an Astra main. And I've tried playing Astra. I have a little bit of confidence playing Astra, but it's such an overwhelming feeling of like what to do and when.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they cut her.
Like, I don't know, is this the right move or should I put it over here?
Yeah, I find myself sucking when I'm trying to stun and stunning when I'm trying to suck. Like I get like my smokes are consistent. That's my only thing I'm confident with. But even then, it's like if you have one guy faking your site, or faking like the other site, and you know they're coming your site, like do you smoke like the other site in hopes that he doesn't walk through, or do you double smoke the 2 entrances to your site? Like there's so much thought process behind it. It clicks so well in her head. But I've seen her play Astra in such great ways, and I mean even pro tier gameplay I've seen. It's like I personally would say Astra is the best controller.
Yeah.
But only for the fact that she has such versatile utility. And I think in terms of like smoking and holding a site, like she can be the best if you're good with her. But I don't know if I would put her above every other controller. Like pre-nerf, I would have 100% put her up there.
Yeah.
But the new suck like nerf that just happened, and her wall now, it's not even sound dampening. There's no sound through her wall now.
Yeah.
So like that could go for or against you, but also it's like if a good Astra is gonna know how to place a wall without it being a negative effect on them. So I don't know. I mean, I'm down to throw her at A, and then we figure out which controller to put up top at the end.
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me. Because we have all 3 of our controllers right now besides Viper in A.
Yeah, okay.
All right, KO.
KO was I think he's a fun gimmicky character.
Mm-hmm.
His knife gets early info and also shuts down an early push. Well, kind of shuts down an early push. His flash is fun, very CS:GO-esque.
Mm-hmm.
His nade is not great, really only good compound with a knife to really stop a push.
Yeah.
And his ult is a great sight take.
Yeah, I think his
But
ult is. Go ahead.
You got to use it with like a breach or what's her name, Fade.
Yeah, that's true. And compounding, like that's both of your initiator ults off the board there for 1 round. So it's like, you can dry push in with the KO ult, and then you don't have to worry about getting flashed. You don't have to worry about getting like darted or knifed from the other side. Like, it's great, but also it's like yeah, you're right, it's really not enough unless you compound it with something, like even like a raised rocket to like just clear that space, anything to clear space with the KO ult, because it's not going to clear space for you. All it's going to do is just stop you from getting pushed back. So yeah, I would agree. I think he is a great initiator, but I don't think he comes close to like Breach or Sky.
100%. So going down to B.
Perfect.
Chamber, post nerf, bad.
Yeah, he's. It's so funny because I shit talk Chamber so much, and then I started playing him, and I was like only playing him. I queued so many matches in a row just playing Chamber, and then they nerfed him. I was like, well, I never want to play him again, and I just really haven't. Like, it's so bad.
Like, his Deagle bullets are expensive. His TP isn't great.
No, it's
his and he really just gets a free op.
Yeah.
His tripwire isn't even like that big of a radius, so it's very easy to get around.
Yeah, and like even a jet smoke will get you around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they took the noise out from it, it would be so much better.
It'd be way better.
I'm down to just throw him at D.
Throw it. Terrible.
He really is just horrible now.
Oh, Neon.
I had a lot to say about Neon for a very long time.
Yeah,
like, I don't think her stuns were all that great for a while. Like, yeah, they stun twice, but you have to bounce them in a way that it would actually, like, stun the space properly.
Yeah.
Her wall, like, if it was a single-sided wall, I feel like it could be more beneficial in some points. Because, like, almost, like, the double-sided wall, it just blocks off so much.
Yeah.
And it could just hinder you at some points. And then I started, like, playing Neon. I was like, holy shit, this is so much fucking fun.
Yeah, she's fun to play. Like,
yeah,
the ult is fun to use.
Yeah.
But there are better duelists.
Yeah. I don't see her being as bad as Phoenix. She's way less selfish than Reyna. I don't see her being on the same level as Raze. I'd be down to put her at like a B.
I'm with it.
Perfect.
I don't have a lot of time with Fade, so I really don't know how I feel about her. And people that I play with don't play her either that much.
I played a lot of Fade for a while. Like when Pearl dropped, I taught myself a bunch of lineups as Fade.
Mm-hmm.
Like mainly I lineups, not like C's lineups, but I think she can be a lot of fun to play. I think she has, she like her kid's just really well rounded, and
she gets a recon. She gets lockdown almost with the what is it, Spike Orb called?
The C's. And then her prowlers.
And then her dog gets her. That also has line of sight too, right? So it's like recon and a stun with it.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe it's. I don't know if it stuns, but I think it blinds.
That's something.
Oh, it's blind and deafen, right?
Blind deaf. Yeah, I think so.
So I think she's not hard to like learn, but hard to master for sure.
Her ult's
really good, but
is it?
it
just takes away your sound, so you still get shot. Right?
Yeah, if you use it as a way to like what am I trying to say? Comboing. If you use it and deafen like the entire enemy team, they're not gonna know your Rage is ulting. They're not gonna know your Omen's ulting. They're not gonna know any of that. Like, they won't have that sound cue of those ults, which is great. But the only, like, the deafen itself, like, for your movement or shooting is not great. So it's very situational. I mean, I pretty much only use it if I'm not, like, directly comboing with, like, a friend that I'm playing with. Then I'm using it to figure out how many people are in front of me. Yeah, and that's it. So, yeah, I don't think it's all that great solo, but I think her kit by itself is so good that I would probably match her up with Sova on B.
Okay. I'm with it.
Perfect.
Arbor, Waterboy. What is he? Initiator, controller? What is it?
Controller.
Good wall. Good 2 walls, actually. I like both of his walls.
I do too.
Control the long wall, then you can, like, kind of just, what is it? Just, like, however far away you want the other wall to be.
Yeah, in a straight line.
So you can cut out whatever part of the map that you want to be off very well. His orb is good for sticking plant or sticking defuse. Well, not that much because you just shoot through it and then whatever, but it buys you time.
And his ult is really only good for, like, a little bit of info, and that's, like, if they're not behind your wall.
True, and the side take in general, it gets them out of their spots.
Yeah.
Also, another good compound with, like, a breach or fade.
Yeah, I really hate to say it, but his kit is so good. I hate the fucking character, but it's such a good fucking kit.
It's a great kit.
What
are you thinking?
I hate to say it, but I mean, he's better than Viper. I think I would match him up with, if not matched up with, like, A tier, I would probably put him at top of B. A good Arbor could just destroy your game for you. That's the thing.
I think he's A, bro.
I'm down for that. Fuck, man, I hate to say it. I just don't like the character, but he is just really good.
His kit's too good, man.
Yeah. Now Deadlock.
Deadlock, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's her ability. Great at launch, terrible now.
Yeah, she needs something, man.
She's strong, like when people were like first playing her, but now that like it's just movement based, so it's not great.
Yeah, I do enjoy playing her, but her kit's not great. Her fucking traps suck.
They do.
Like, you have to set them in a way.
Her wall's the best part of her.
It really is. Yeah.
Her ult, yeah. D, throw it in. That's our list. No, what do we have to change?
I'm putting her for sure above Chamber, though.
Yeah.
Below Phoenix. I'm down for that. Okay, so we'll work from bottom to top, I think, is the best bet. So Chamber is the worst character in the game.
Sure.
With Deadlock slightly above him, with Phoenix only being above them, in my opinion, just because he's fun to play. And he's easy to learn. Yeah, his kit's good, but it's just not great. It's really, like, just not well-rounded. But C tier, it's hard because this is such a middle-heavy list. And I mean, that could just be because they've done a good job of balancing characters a lot more recently.
100%.
I guess.
I think we have to bounce Cypher down though.
Down to C?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm game for that. Top of C?
Just looking at it.
Yeah, he doesn't make sense up there with the rest of them.
I think we have to bounce him down. And I think we also have to maybe bounce down either Brim or Breach to be.
I would probably say keep Breach, move Brim down.
Yeah.
And then, do we want to mess with the order here? Or just keep them all separate?
I think just keep them all separate.
Gotcha.
I don't think you could really like feel like that.
Yeah, because you're comparing like different roles and shit. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not fair.
Now, one thing that we need to do though is bring an a sentinel. So I keep saying the wrong fucking thing. Bring a controller up to S if we want to keep it one S tier agent per role.
So remind me again, who were all the controllers?
So in A we have Omen, Astra, and Arbor.
Sure.
B we have Brim, Viper, and that's it. What?
I think so.
1, 2,
No.
3, 4, 5. That's 5.
Yeah, because they're sentinels. Yeah. You don't want to hear it, but you know that Arbor has to be the one.
Oh, fuck!
You know it's Arbor,
I
bro.
don't want to do that. Oh,
If it's not Arbor, it's got to be Omen.
Oh, Astra's
I'll
not
give you
even
a
in the
cop-out.
top 2.
I'll give you a cop out. We can do either Harbor or we can do Astra.
I would rather say Astra, but
For video evidence, my choice is Harbor.
if I can sway you even the
I'll give you a
slightest.
cop-out. I'm good. No, I'm giving you a cop-out.
Arbor has a great kit overall.
Yeah.
But his ultimate is not perfect. Whereas Astra, her whole kit, including her ult, works wonderfully together.
All right, then throw her in there.
You don't sound like I'm swaying you.
No, I'm with you.
Like,
Harbor's a better character, but it's fine.
oh man.
No, I think I agree. I think this is our full list.
Yeah, I think this is really solid. I've thought about doing this by myself, and it would look very similar to this, if not the exact same.
Yeah.
Like, my
No,
only
yeah. It's just you're throwing Harbor at D tier.
no, I if I had to base it just off of like personal preference, yes, Arbor would be D tier, but like logistically speaking, it doesn't make sense to have him anything lower than A. His kit is just too good. So I completely agree with this. I wouldn't be like hurt if we had to move Arbor up. I mean, I would be hurt, but I wouldn't be like offended. But I think this is a very solid tier list. I don't see anybody coming close to Jet in Duelist. We have one Duelist in every tier. That's so funny, actually.
Yeah.
Having 2 initiators, 2 controllers in A. B is just littered with initiators.
Yeah. I think this as a whole, initiator,
Yeah.
kind of weak. Kind of.
But no initiators below B. I think that's fair. I think every initiator is
There's
strong
no bad
enough to.
initiator.
Yeah.
There's just no great initiator. Besides.
All right.
I think that's it for that, yeah.
I think that is solid.